For units of activity natin, first example natin dito, first natin na problem is how many milliliters of U100 insulin should be used to obtain 40 units of insulin. U100 insulin contains 100 unit per ml. Pwede natin gamitin dito to compute ang ratio and proportion or yung dimensional analysis natin. For dimensional analysis, 100 units over 1 ml is to 40 unit. X natin yung ating hinahanap natin, di ba? X natin dito should be milliliters. How many milliliters? So, for ratio and proportion, 100. Ito, hindi 400. 100 is to 40 is to 1 is to X. For computation, same siya. Mapa ratio and proportion and dimensional analysis. 40 units per ml. Pag-multiply natin, yung answer, divide natin sa 100 units para makuha natin yung ml. Dito, yung answer dito, sa 40 is to 1, diba? 40 times 1 over 100, yun yung magiging answer natin sa X. Then next, so magiging answer natin dito, 0.4. So, yung ating dapat maging unit ay ml kasi ang hinahanap natin is milliliters. Then next natin, a physician prescribed 100 units of insulin to be added to 500 ml of D5 water in treating a patient with severe diabetic acidosis. How many milliliters of insulin injection concentrate U500 should be used? 500 natin dito yung given U500. So, U500, kung kanina U100 is to 100 units per ml, dito, U500 is 500 units per ml. So, ang ating pwedeng solution ulit dito is yung ating ratio and proportion or dimensional analysis. Same procedure dun sa ating given sa number 1. So, magiging sagot natin dito ay 0.2 ml. So, hinahanap pa rin kasi natin dito, diba, is milliliters. So, next natin, how many milliliters of heparin sodium injection containing 200,000 units in 10 ml should be used to obtain 5,000 heparin sodium units? Pwede pa rin ratio and proportion or yung ating dimensional analysis. So, ganun lang din. 5,000 times 10. Divide 200,000 para makuha natin yung X. So, ang answer natin dito is 0.25. So, next, a 5 ml somatotropin contains 5 mg of somatotropin equivalent to 13 IU. How many milligrams of somatotropin and how many IU would be administered in a 6 ml dose? So, para makuha to, sa isang problem, may dalawa tayong hinahanap. Milligram of somatotropin in 0.6 ml dose and IU in 0.6 ml dose. Milligram and IU. So, para makuha natin siya, pwede natin gamitin, para sa akin, mas madaling unahin natin ang IU. Hanapin muna natin ang IU. Paano? Ratio and proportion. 5 is to 13 is to 0.6 5 ml dito, ha. Ito yun, 5 ml, 13 0.6 ang hahanapin natin ay IU. So, to compute 0.6 times 13, divide 5 ml, ang makukuha natin is 1.6 IU. Then, next natin, dahil nakuha na natin ang 1.6 IU, compute naman natin ang milligram of somatotropin kung 0.6 ml yung dose natin sa halip na 5 ml yung dose, di ba? 5 ml is to 13 IU. Paano naman kung yung 0.6 ml natin, ilan yung dosage ng ating somatotropin? So, ang gagamitin naman natin dito ay yun pa rin, 5 mg naman, 5 mg of somatotropin is to 13 IU. Then, ang hinahanap nga natin dito ay 0.6 mg, ay 0.6 ml, di ba? X natin dito yung milligram kasi yun yung hinahanap natin is to, ang 0.6 ml is equal to 1.6 IU, di ba? 1.6 IU. So, to compute 1.6 times 5, divide 13, para makuha natin ang 0.6 mg. So, dalawang step siya sa isang problem natin, di ba? So, kailangan lang dito maayos natin na intindihin yung problem. Ang hinanap natin una ay yung IU in 0.6 ml, then saka natin kinuha yung milligram of somatotropin in 0.6 ml. Next natin, if a diabetic patient injects 20 units of insulin twice daily, how many days will a 10 ml vial of 100 unit product last for the patient? So, ang ano natin dito, given natin dito 20 units, 10 ml vial, diba? Ang hinahanap natin, ilang araw ba? Ilang araw magagamit ng patient yung isang 10 ml vial. Kung ginagamit ng 20 units 2 times a day. So, 20 units times 2, diba? So, per day, gumagamit siya ng 40 units. Yung 10 ml vial na yon, U100. So, ang ano natin ay 100 unit per ml. So, 10 ml natin siya. So, ito times pa natin siya sa 10. Diba? Is equal to 1,000. So, sa 1,000 na yun, so, nakuha natin ngayon ay 1,000 and 1,000 ml and 20 units. $40 units. Rather, 40 units kasi 2 times a day nga siya. So, gawin lang natin 1,000 ml divide 40 is equal to 25 days. Na yun yung hinahanap sa problem. So, dapat alam natin pag twice a day, BID. Kasi pwedeng yan yung lumabas sa problem. O 2x twice a day. Then, next tayo. Kanina, activity based on units. Ngayon, based on weight. Calculating the equivalency of antibiotic based on microgram activity per milligram. If neomycin sulfate has a potency of 600 microgram of neomycin per milligram, how many milligram of neomycin sulfate would be equivalent in potency in 1 milligram of neomycin? So, halos ganun lang din. Ratio and proportion lang din tayo. Di ba 600 microgram is equal to, gawin muna natin milligram, 0.6 milligram. Then ratio and proportion. Zero point 6 is to 1 ml. 0.6 milligram to is to 1 milligram yung hinahanap natin para ilang ml. Ito yung hinahanap natin. So, 1 milligram times 1 ml divide 0.6. So, the answer would be 1.67 ml. Then dose on antigen content of biologic based on potency. Calculate the dose or antigen content of biologic based on potency. A biologic contains 50 LF or yung flocculating units of diphtheria toxoid. Toxoid na yung hinahanap natin, di ba? In each 2.5 ml of product. If a pediatric patient is to receive 10 LF units, how many milliliters of product should be administered? So, ganun parang ratio and proportion. Hinahanap natin 50, 2.5, tsaka yung 10. 50 is to 2.5. Times 10. 2.5 times 10 divide 50 is equal to 0.5 milligrams. Then, measles virus vaccine live is prepared to contain 1,000 TCID 50 per 0.5 dose. So, ito lang ulit. What is the TCID content of 50 ml multiple dose vial of the vaccine? So, ganun lang, ratio and proportion and